Hey guys, it's Bonk. First of all, I want to thank, and honestly, I'm sorry for posting this event so late. We've been juggling this event around and around.
Bonk.
First of all, I want to say thank you guys all throughout the year for all the support, all of the best wishes and all that stuff, and all the fun times on the Fun Bucks. It's funny because honestly now it's halfway through the summer, and I'm going to be starting college in August. So I thought, why not bring back an old kind of like thing, get a little bit of hype, say, oh, we're gonna have some kind of interview, and then some wacky man shows up to my doorstep saying, hey, we're gonna do the interview at your house. So yeah. Anyway, I'm here with the Gentleman's Fedora.
Hi.
And we're going to be asking each other questions. We are going to be letting you guys ask us questions. And that's pretty much what's going to be going on tonight. So basically, here's the deal. Currently, Fedora is staying at my house, which was a big shocker, and I did not see any of this coming at all. Apparently, I got tricked again for the second time. I was just playing Toontown Rewritten on my computer, and my mom's getting angry. I look outside, you got Fedora just standing right there. So it's kind of like, oh, he just invaded my house, kind of thing. So
Yep. Pretty much. All right. Do you want to start out? What you want?
You're the guest, so if you want to ask the question first.
All right. Here's how this is gonna work, ladies and gentlemen. Since it says exclusive interview here, as it says in the description,
if you want to ask,
myself and Bonk are gonna ask each other questions that we've pre-prepared. We haven't seen each other's questions, but we're gonna ask questions first to each other, and then when we say it's time, we'll let you guys can ask your questions, and then we will answer them. But at least for now, Bonk and I are going to interview each other, and I guess
yeah, I'm noticing some questions right now. Can you, if you don't mind, we're gonna wait till after we're done asking questions, so you guys can ask questions.
That's what we're saying. But anyways, so first off, for a question for Bonk, and I know that this is a question that everybody has and such. How did Bonk's Fun Box start?
This is the question I've been asking a lot. So back in 2012, I used to go on a server, and I know a lot of people have been talking about this, called Sophos Chain Servers. Not really servers. I should just say like server.
They call it servers, but it was just one server.
Love how he planned that he was gonna have multiple servers. The end, this server died. I used to play on the servers. And basically, all the time I go on, he'd get mad at me and stuff. And what felt kind of eerie about the server is that a lot of people see it just seemed like kind of like a weird kind of community where. So, honestly, besides that, it was like there was an eerie kind of feeling in the midst of Soul servers. And then I've just been hearing complaints about people from the server. So what happened was I decided, you know what, I think I should make a server where people can have fun and they can enjoy themselves and all that stuff. So I ran diagnostics on my computer. My computer was able to run a server. I decided to run through HLSS, get a few people to help beta test it. I got my brother Matt to help test it. You know, I'm the snake. I got a few others, Vector, Alex Player, who's in the chat. Hi, Alex. Fedora helped along because the NHBL and stuff. And Disco DJ and Benyon.
But no names.
But no names.
Yeah, no names.
So it was like we had this thing going on that was like, oh, this server is going to be nice and we're going to have people coming on. In the beginning, we did have problems with plugins, but then I learned from the book. I went to ID Tech Camp after I started the server, learn a little bit more in depth of mapping and
in depth. In depth.
Thank you.
In depth. I learned a little more in depth about the server.
This is what happens when we go on. We go to Six Flags for an entire day and then come back with. You can tell how cracky my voice is. Yeah, honestly, with Fun Boxes, just basically based on the creation of people. I want people to have fun. I want people to enjoy themselves. I want people to I want a place where people can go to if they're ever feeling down, need a break from school or like college life or real life, and they just need to chill, you know. So yeah, that's basically.
You want me to just go through all of my questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. This is you kind of answered this in your question, but just to give this a little bit more in depth, why did you go into the community leading business?
The community leading business,
or just more? I guess the more
well,
easy way
I
is,
wouldn't say I wouldn't call it community leading business. Honestly.
I guess the more simple way to put it is why did you go into going
community?
into this risk of starting a community yourself? Let someone else do it?
Well, honestly, it's something that I've wanted to do since I started Team Fortress 2, but it kind of didn't hit me until after Slopes. So it was on and off from time to time, from a certain amount of times. It was a thought of mine that I had, but I didn't want to be like, oh, damn, dude, you drink a soda really fast.
I drink everything fast.
Guys, he just drank an entire Sprite. Back to the question. It's just I had the feeling going on and off throughout my entire Team Fortress 2 lifespan, and it's been going south for somewhat. Right now, I mean, I'm part of it. So it's honestly a point where I'd made that decision after Solfs. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's make a server for people to enjoy. Let's create Bonk's Funhouse, which is now Bonk's Funbox when it came out of beta. So it's that general position of you over time thinking. So that's pretty much how I got into it.
Okay. Next question. Why just a fun server? Why not a random map rotation? Why specifically a fun server that is kind of like Sulphurous Chain's server, which was a fun server for Jetpack and stuff? Why go in the same step as the predecessor?
Well, honestly, from my standpoint on Solfs, back then, before I found out all the drama and all that stuff, it seemed like a lot of fun, and along with Solfs, I've gone to Saxton Hell servers, Crit Sandwich, Railbait, and a bunch of other community created servers that were most of the game modes I'd play back then. I still play them today, and it's kind of like that general feeling that you get, you've played so much of that game mode, I wonder if I can open a server like that. And Solfs was the inspiration of opening a fun box like that. And now it's come to the point today where instead of just having that one map and only admins switching on, we turned on the mapping system, so it's kind of like game mode madness on Mecha the Slag servers, where we go onto different maps and different game modes, and all that stuff. And we've got Pyro Tennis coming to the fun box.
Sweet.
On July 15th, if I remember correctly. Hint, hint.
Why say hint after that?
I don't know.
It's blatantly obvious.
Because apparently 8 people are watching this probably. So they get to hear it. We got some other game modes coming in. I might put in versus Saxton Hale. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that with Death Run. It could glitch. But besides that, yeah. Funbox was the general idea.
Okay. What happened to big updates that you had planned and announced and made YouTube videos, such as the factory update, the Black Mesa map, things like that? What happened to those updates?
One word: school. School has been the bane of me in junior and senior year. We all know on the Funbox how junior year went, but senior year, it wasn't stressful. It was just busy. And with the amount of stuff that I was put through to the test and all the little amounts of time that I had throughout senior year, it was just clunkered. It was big. It just wasn't enough time for me to push out these updates. However, with the upcoming map, Bonk's Bonktropolis Game Center, I started that in the middle of senior year when things weren't so busy. So it's this one is definitely going to come out, and it's actually 15-17% done of the way. And since I've got college, I'm only going to have college certain amounts of the day, and it's not that busy because I'm going to a community college. So, yeah, I'm sorry about past updates. I'm actually getting back to work on Black Mesa, but there's been updates, so there's a little bit of things in there that's glitched. So, apologies.
So, I guess the big question with that is even though you got busy with stuff, now that you're out of high school, now that you're graduated, will you be working on that? Will you actually make the factory update a reality? Or I know you just answered this, but will you make the Black Mesa map a reality? Are those going to happen?
The factory update's dead, and I apologize on that one. Black Mesa, half and half. You're just gonna have to wait and see. Game Center, a definite yes. And I've stated this before in other live streams too. So
any hints you can give us for Game Center? Any just subtle hints? Anything?
I'm just gonna say this and put this out there and kind of like hype, like my friend Jill did from Valve with the Nito stuff, and you'll find out when that update comes for Team Fortress 2. For the admins, for your hype, you have comfy couches and view of the entire map from cameras and like an overgeneral view of the sea from in your admin room. For the players, I'm just going to say get ready to delve into the world of retro games and stuff, and get ready because, and I think Sanic would like this, Racetrack Ahoy. Racetrack Ahoy.
All right. The last question I have here for you, it's kind of a double-sided question, but first, what's the easiest part of your job as being an owner?
The community. Very nice people. The best part about, and that's not only is it the best part, but the easiest part, meeting these amazing people who come on the server and help you do what you love, and it's just, wow. You guys, I love you all. You guys are awesome.
All right, then what's the worst part of your job being an owner?
The worst, honestly, I've never seen a lot of bad hype kind of problematics on the server, but if there is one downside, it's being away from you guys. This is like the second home to me, and it's just like I don't want to leave.
Okay.
I don't.
You wouldn't say such as those who have hacked into the server.
Well,
or
I'm just
potentially negative staff.
I'm not gonna.
Like
well, I mean, yeah, the hacking definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say names. But the hackers, that's a downside. But we fixed all that. We've got DDoS protection and all that stuff on the server, so we're all good.
All right, those are all the questions I have for you. So if you want to go ahead and ask your questions to me.
These are gonna be questions for Fedora, guys. Those are the questions for me.
Okay.
So my first question for you is, what inspired you / got you into the Team Fortress 2 community and the Steam community?
Okay. Well, it started out originally my brother, his original username, I mostly use that because that's what I've called him a lot. But Magic Artifact, he inspired me to play Team Fortress 2. He originally showed me a Gary's Mod video called Heavy Plays I Spy, I think it was called, or something like that. I don't know if you caught that, but that was one of the first YouTube videos I saw on TF2, which was back I think 2011, and it was hilarious. I loved it, and he inspired me to play TF2, which I started in it, and I have just played it ever since. I'm not sure what you mean by your question about how I got into the Steam community. That was just how I signed up with an account.
Oh, okay, so that actually does answer both questions. Yeah. So how did you start the National Heavy Boxing League, and where was it first hosted?
Well, obviously, I get this question a lot, and I tell people the same thing, is that it was originally when I started on TF2, I used to play on a server out in server from Time to Play Network, actually. Theirs was DM Ponyville B3, and a lot of people would just go into the skybox and go as heavies, so I would help regulate the heavy boxing that was on there, make sure people were being fair and not just randomly shooting them, stuff like that. So I did that, and then just decided, what if we actually made this into a competitive league? So did some hard work, tried coordinating people and such, and we started the NHBL from there. And to answer your question about where it was first hosted, it was originally first going to be hosted on our server that was provided to us free from formerly Dex and Desk community. About where it was first hosted. It was originally first going to be hosted on our server that was provided to us. I think there were some situations formerly Dex and Desk community. About where it was first hosted. From that, it was originally first going to. But after that, when we actually had our first season or something like that, it was originally hosted on, I believe, Sulfur's Chain's server. Either that, or it was the free, I believe, 24-slot server that they provided to us.
That makes sense. If you could run another server, like on any game, and I mean any game, what game would you run it on? If it's Team Fortress, what game mode would you want it to be?
If you're talking about just leading another community or something.
Yeah, like if it was a different game. But if it's Team Fortress, what game mode would you want it on?
If I wanted to just lead another game, not another game per se, I guess I would try not leading a community on Payday 2, which would be unrealistic a little bit, but I mean it's possible. But either Payday 2, just lead some competitive league like that, or or in Team Fortress 2 for any other game mode, I guess I would do Pyro Tennis because I really enjoy Pyro Tennis, and I think I'm sure it exists, but I would love to potentially start a Pyro Tennis league.
Mm-hmm. So Hellhound and I, who are in the Fun Box, and I know you guys, we've all done the Bonk's Fun Box kind of events on this. Hellhound, I, and the people who are part of the events want to know, what are your thoughts on Overwatch?
I have not played it. I don't know much about it. I've just heard from people that it's competing with Team Fortress 2 and that it's trying to be like it. But eventually, if I do if I do purchase Overwatch or something like that, then I'd be willing to play it. I just haven't really been interested in that at the moment.
All right. So the Team Fortress 2 update, the supposed one, excuse me, is not out yet. So I want to know, what do you think we're going to be seeing in the next Team Fortress 2 update?
What do you think I'm going to see in the next Team Fortress 2
Yeah,
update?
what do you want to see? Like, what do you think we're going to be seeing?
I don't really speculate on future TF2 updates because I don't 100% know what's going to come out or things like that. But at least I think that it will be potentially something that's, as I've heard from some people, they expect it to be game-changing or things like that. I know that they're going to bring... I'm hoping that they're going to bring certain maps out of beta, such as Asteroid, I believe whichever the grappling hook match, Manpower, that's it. I know they're bringing competitive matchmaking out of beta, but I don't really focus on the later TF2 updates. I just look and see what it is, and then take interest in it as I see what interests me.
All right. I'm actually gonna skip this question because this one didn't make any sense, and now it's like kind of like weird. I'm gonna say my last question. So, all right. Everybody wants to know, because you're here right now, what's the Bonk's Fun Box headquarters like? The new one, the final one.
What do you mean?
Like,
you mean your room? Okay. It looks green. It does look fair. It does look pretty good, and I don't have any issues with it. It's great.
all right. Well, I got a question. I got two questions for the audience, really quickly. One. Are you ready for another game night? That's my first question. And two, this is for the question for people who watch my YouTube. Are you ready for another collab? Those are my questions for you guys. So, here's how this is going to work. The floor is now open to questions, both on the YouTube. If you have friends who are not watching and do not have an account, they can message me on Steam if they're on my Steam friends list.
Anybody can watch YouTube even if, they can't ask questions, but they can still watch it even if they don't have a YouTube account.
So if you're going to ask questions, if you're on YouTube right now, please only refrain from asking them only on the YouTube thing. While we answer questions, Hellhound will be reading the questions for us, and we will be answering them for you. So you are now allowed to write your questions. So,
yeah. But of course, just remember to keep your questions appropriate. I mean.
Yeah. Bonk's Fun Box rules: no racism, sexism, or any other remarks in those kind of general aspects. Honestly, that's still a rule here. Mm-hmm. It's different in Discord, so because we have an NSFW chat, so
we'll probably be answering questions for the next 20 minutes or so because we don't have a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
But if you have that, I think also if you're asking questions, I mean, you could kind of give a suggestion per se, like. If you have a suggestion for somebody, and yes, Dr. Jojo, we have the comments open here as well. But if you have like a suggestion or something, you can word that in the form of a question. You could be, could you see this happening in BFB or this happening in the NHBL in the future? You can easily word it in the form of a question.
All right. So, how you have the floor for reading us the questions,
All right.
and
I'll just see what they got.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Freeman asks, Fedora, how did the NHBL come to be?
Okay. I did just answer this question, but basically, time to play network server in my early days of TF2. A bunch of hoobies were heavy boxing in the skybox of the map DM Ponyville B3. I helped regulate it so that nobody was being unfair and just firing random weapons at people while they were trying to heavy box, that kind of stuff. So then I decided, wouldn't this be great to make it as an actual like esports league, and then just developed it from there. And now we are almost 4 years of doing this, and we are finishing up our 5th regular season. So it's pretty. But yeah, it was just a person with a dream, you know.
All right. Alex the player asks, could you see the scout hitboxes being fixed?
What's wrong with?
I have come to question on this, and I do believe that we've kind of figured out what's going on. The Foxy model for Scout, it seems, is to be our best bet, as it has no hitboxes at all. I'm still figuring it out, and I apologize that there's no hitboxes for Scout headshots. So I'm still figuring anything out. What's weird about it is that for the Ambassador, it's still headshots. But with the sniper rifle, it does not headshot. So it's honestly weird. We're still trying to figure this out, and we apologize. We're going to figure this out the best way we can. If we have to remove a plugin, we have to remove a plugin.
So just to clarify, people are more focused on fixing the Scout hitbox, but they're not focused on.
It's actually a game-changing bug.
So, but they're not focused on fixing face stabbing, which has been around for years.
No, this is only on my server, so it's not.
Oh,
like,
your server. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like face stabbing on spies has been around for a while.
I'm honestly surprised that they haven't even fixed the engineer's crotch hitbox.
What's wrong with it?
If you shoot an engineer in the crotch, it doesn't even count as anything.
Weird.
It's like its dick is made out of metal.
Huh. I guess that makes sense. Next question.
All right. So Manuel says, hey, Bonk, it's Samurai. The question is about WWE Payback pay-per-view. Who will win, Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose or Roman Reigns?
You know who's gonna win? John Cena!
Yeah, I knew he was gonna make that joke. I knew he was gonna pull something like that. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't watch WWE, but I think Seth Rollins is gonna win.
I know I'm probably gonna offend some people who are fans on here, but I see better acting at the local theater than I do in WWE.
Damn boy.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Next question.
All right, so Jojo asks, could you see putting rocket jump maps along with the dodgeball maps?
Maybe. It depends. Since we're now a fun box, we're gonna have a bunch of stuff on it. But
wait, now? I thought we've been a fun box.
No, I mean like we're getting more in the depth of like map switching and game modes.
Okay.
But dodgeball, I can see happening. Rocket jumping maps.
You said dodgeball was gonna happen.
Dodgeball is coming,
yeah.
but rocket jumping maps, I don't know.
Well, because BFB is a fun box, so I mean, why wouldn't it have rocket jumping?
Because you've already like rocket jumping. Well, I mean, it just depends.
Okay, I guess
it depends.
Right.
So,
next question.
Another WWE question by Alex the Player. He says, Macho Man Randy Savage or John Cena?
Could I say if I said slap into a Slim Jim, would that be a good answer?
No.
They know the reference. They would know the reference if I said snap into a Slim Jim.
Okay, okay, but I think when he said John Cena earlier,
that was just a joke. I actually do like Macho Man Randy
pretty
Savage a lot better. It's just a stupid meme. Macho Man actually did shit.
Yeah, what he did shit. That's
Hi,
really
Molly. You
That's
son
really
of a
kinky.
bitch. Molly, go away. I'll be on Team Fortress 2 in a little bit.
I don't think he wants to go away.
I'll be on Team Fortress 2 a little bit. Ask questions.
Yeah. I think he may be here to ask a question.
Love how people have been calling it Team Fort lately. It's pretty funny.
Why have they been calling it Team Fort?
I do not know.
Feminism?
Feminism.
Oh yeah, like that's a very. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Next question.
Next question.
Emmanuel says, do you think Keemstar is innocent or uninnocent?
I think he's guilty as charged.
Who's Keemstar?
Keemstar is the host for Drama Alert.
So
I think he's guilty as
Guilty of
charged. He has put blame on other users and then was the boy who cried wolf. And
for what?
He's basically created drama himself and has ruined lives for other YouTubers.
What drama has he created?
Like
You're being
he's
very
gotten
vague with your
he's
answers.
gotten some people banned from YouTube. He's gotten some people like hurt emotionally from other people. He's broken friendships. I think he's guilty as charged. I don't like him. He plays the victim card and it's bullshit. So I hate him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 10 more minutes for
Actually, 12.
Well, we have 10. We have 10 more minutes because that's when our pizza's gonna get here. So we're taking 10 more minutes.
We don't want to leave. It's just the pizza, though.
Hey, don't worry. We will try and we might potentially be able to do a stream of Uno tomorrow. It's possible.
If we have time, though.
It's possible, but well, tomorrow, sometime later this week. It's possible. I don't know if it's likely, but anyways. So yeah, just keep going with your questions.
Jack?
Hellhound?
Yeah. Let's see. Molly said, "Where's my cookie bonk?"
hey, you know how we always talk about this kinky shit? It's up your butt. No, it's on your desk. I baked you a fresh fresh batch of cookies.
It's batch.
So, if you smell something ultimately delicious, it's cookies. Wow, that's his reaction.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the next question.
Who do you think will be next president?
Oh my god, I think it's
Please don't say anything.
You know what?
Here's the deal. Politics, no matter what opinion we have, no matter what opinion we have with the next question, if we answer it, it is going to be, we are going to get haters. So at least on my part, I refuse to say anything because
honestly,
no matter what answer I give,
here's what I'm going to say. I'm not saying who I want. Okay, I'm not going to say that. You want to know why? Both presidents. You've got
Both?
Miss Pants on Fire on left with Democrats, and then you've got asshole racist China on right. And honestly, one's breaking freedom of speech, the other one is breaking the Third Amendment. It's just getting to a point where, like, why can't we have a president who actually stands for American equality for all and everything?
You forgot about
and rights.
You forgot about Feel the Burn.
Well, Bernie's out of the race.
No, he's not. Not yet. He could still try to get a contested convention here. It's potential.
Well, I'm seeing in the eyes of like most people right now how it's like Hillary and Trump. So I don't care, honestly. It's just stupid, and honestly, politics is stupid. Like it used to be where everybody used to carry each other. This is not what George Washington wanted, by the way. He actually wanted a independency.
Well, granted, back when George Washington, that was several centuries ago, and times have changed. So I mean, it's a little bit different to say George Washington wanted this.
All right. Next question.
Yep. Next question.
All right. I'll do Alex's question. What is your quest?
I guess he's asking
to seek the Holy Grail.
Yeah, same here. Seek the Grail.
Next question.
Next.
Molly asks, how about Kanye West running
No!
for 2020?
No, you don't even have to finish that one. That's pure cringe right there.
I feel like having somebody run for president who's billions of dollars in debt would not necessarily...
And thinks he's a quote-unquote genius. All right, next question.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Jojo's question.
I think so, yeah.
You can read it.
All right, I'll read it. Foxman told me that people are allowed to abuse Jetpack on the server. I was hoping maybe you could add in a rule to stop people from abusing grapple.
Jetpack is actually fine. I don't know why. I have not posted anything about a rule about abusing Jetpack.
Well, actually, here's what I think he's referring to. I think it's on certain maps. He may be referring to certain maps.
Okay.
When somebody who doesn't have Archon access can't disable Jetpack or grappling.
I'm adding in the configurations where the plugins turn off, like with Death Run and stuff. So we're gonna have that soon. It's just that I'm still making everything like where it's like all set up where I don't even have to have any admin turn it off or anything. So I'm still working on that, and I apologize. But for now, let's calm down with like the jetpack for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine unless an admin says something.
At least the only reason I know about that is because I was on when BFB had wacky races about a few weeks ago, and people were using jetpack and grappling hook like crazy. So
Next question.
Next question.
What do you think of Kratos' new beard?
Kratos?
Yeah, from God of War.
Oh,
It's interesting.
I haven't
Very
seen it.
interesting.
Yeah,
Next question.
Alright, if you ever played ID Software game, which one would it be?
What do you think? The original Doom for Super Nintendo and PC.
Yeah.
That or Quake. Quake is also really good. The original Quake that
I
started
need to play
TF.
the original Doom sometime or something.
Yeah, that's why when we go to Chicago, I want to go to People Play Games to pick up the original.
We actually
Doom.
started Luigi's Mansion, so we're gonna try and finish that tonight or something. But Luigi's Mansion.
Ouija's Mansion.
Ouija's Mansion. that would be so ridiculous. Keep your questions coming in, everyone.
Yeah, guys.
You know, I'm not gonna try to sound selfish here, but I have not been getting enough questions for the NHBL or anything. I think this is totally unfair just for ratings. This is baloney.
You sound like Trump.
That's my best Trump impression, and believe me, this impression, it's not gonna be a little problem with him. It's gonna be huge.
Huge.
Any other questions at the moment?
No, not so far.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, keep your questions coming. Make sure to ask them for Fedora.
Smite waffles.
Smite waffles.
Smite waffles.
All right, let's
Snipe.
check.
That actually would sound like an interesting plugin. Like everybody who dies turns into a waffle when they're smited.
All right, we have about 5 minutes left to answer your questions, so keep them coming in. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything specific while questions are rolling in to talk.
Yeah, ask
about.
us like whatever. Maybe ask questions like, "What are your favorite TV shows? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What other games do you play besides Team Fortress 2?" Like questions like those, or they can just be outright ridiculous.
And to quote Hellhound, you can ask stupid shit. You can ask stupid questions, and you can ask about stupid shit as well. Is shit really intelligent, or is shit just an inanimate object?
Does a piece of shit in the toilet have a brain?
You know, you may be onto something.
Yeah, maybe onto something. Maybe is it fact or is it theory? I deduce, my dear boy.
Do we have a question?
Okay, we have a question.
Alex says, what do you think about the Scooby-Doo reboot?
Which one?
Which one? Monsters Unleashed?
Which one? Because there are a whole... That's a movie. I think he's talking about the series, but there are a whole lot
The
of different
reboot on
Scooby-Doo.
Cartoon Network.
Oh, you mean Scooby-Doo Have a Clue?
I haven't seen that one.
I think Mr. Incorporated is better because it was more in like the dramatic, cinematic kind of thing. The new one sucks. It's like they made Daphne dumb and they made a bunch of the characters act like complete fucking idiots.
All right, next.
Bonk, what do you think about the new Quake game, Quake Champions?
Haven't played it, so I have no thoughts.
Yeah, I have not. Even though this question is addressed to him, I have not played the new Quake game, so I don't know anything about that either. Yeah, we got about 2 minutes left to answer your questions, so submit your questions.
I will be hosting. If you guys don't have enough questions, I'll be hosting a Q&A in about another week, so you guys can send in forums and stuff, and I'll be making a video. You can actually ask four questions each comment. I will be doing it on my channel, and then I'll be uploading something.
Sweet. All right. Well, I think we have a question.
We have a question.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay. In game, we will see we'll see $20 to $50 to $100 game cards for Steam will be awarded for winning.
On game night?
Yeah.
Depends on what I grab tonight for the summer sale.
That would be interesting. No, he's not talking about.
He's asking like what we'll be getting for games.
He's asking, no, will you give Steam gift cards?
I do not do that. Only through like charity giveaways would I do that, because then it's like something that's like big. Since it's like Steam and on Steam, I can do that. Oh boy.
Another question.
Alex and Nurse Chip both asked, are chicks with dicks twice as fun?
Well, here's the thing. We said to have the questions appropriate, but of course that's probably not going to happen.
Just be silly. Be silly.
Twice as fun. I
No.
do not know.
No, I'd rather have the vagina. No, thank you.
Well,
I
no,
mean, maybe
things
you. I
have
mean, you post.
vaginas.
I mean, Alex, you post porn all the time in Discord, so I'm not really that surprised. And then Seal's question, jeez.
Okay, let's see. He says, we've all been waiting. Is Bonk really a frog?
Here's our theory. Because of after here, we'll actually explain the story for this. We were playing Prop Hunt with Livestream Group one day, and Bonk happened to be on the episode, and we were all hiding in different places, and Bonk ended up spawning as a frog for hiding, and so Snake was spectating him, I believe, and the BFB channel just posted that he has for the Mayan project, the croaking hazard. But anyways, so while Snake got caught or something, he said, "Hey everybody, Bonk's a frog!"
And I yelled, "Fuck you, Snake!" at the top of my lungs.
So
it was so
we
funny.
believed he was just a frog for the longest time, but actually, we later on there was something that happened with the server or something. This was when I was still co-owner with Bonk's Funbox. He posted an announcement. He's like, "Who turned Jetpack off of the server? Not Koo." On a live announcement for the group. So we decided Bonk is the result of a pigeon and a frog giving birth.
Oh my god.
So he is.
How does it even work? Am I unisex?
He is a frog and he is a pigeon. Well, not both of them giving birth at the same time. No, they had sex and then both of them had a child.
So a frog that says "coo."
Mm-hmm. All right, we will take 2 more questions. I believe there's one from Nurse.
Nurse Chip said, "Bonk, do you know the Muffin Man?"
The Muffin Man?
I
ate his son.
Wow, way to ruin that nursery.
I'm kidding.
For any of
I'm kidding. You
All right,
mean he
we will
lives on
take-
Drury Lane?
We will take one more question.
Can we get a good question, like a super fantastic question?
Or watch them ask something. Don't tell them super fantastic, otherwise they're going to ask a terrible one. Okay, I believe... Not you, Hellhound. You don't need to ask questions. Okay, Mantle, we're taking the last question here from Mantle.
Manuel says, "Are you going to get rid of Rate of Fire to mods cause server to wreck?"
If you tell me, when was this that happened? I'll ask the next question after this.
You'll answer the next one.
I'll answer the next question. Rate of Fire is getting removed, yeah.
Okay.
Because honestly, I'm getting really tired of admins.
Actually, we'll take Freeman's question.
Yeah, we'll take Freeman's question as well.
All right. If you met aliens, what would be the first thing you'd say?
Your update was the best damn thing I've ever had. I love my unusual.
Wait.
That's the first thing I'd say to aliens.
Not those type of aliens. They wouldn't even know what you were talking about. How would you even know they...
They'd probably be watching over the Earth.
I would...
I'm doing Independence Day logic. Or War of the Worlds logic. Whatever.
We'll not go quietly into the night.
We will move on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our independence. I'm going to say that tomorrow, 4th of July.
Alright. Okay, that's all the questions we're going to be taking for now and such. Thanks for tuning into the stream, stuff like that, and yada yada. And unless you guys have anything else you want to say, we'll see you guys later.
I'm going to say one more thing. Thank you guys for coming today. It's been really fun. I'm gonna be doing a shorter Q&A, kind of like a video one. I will post an announcement on Bonk's Funbox and the Bonk fan group when it comes out. But until then, you're just gonna have to keep waiting. I'm working on another video. I'm working on the maps. I will be probably back Wednesday in the morning, maybe sooner than that. Just depends. So, game night. Do not know when that is. Probably give out some Steam Summer Sale games for it, but until then, you'll have to guess and find out. So, thank you guys for tuning in today, and I will see you guys in the next live stream.